Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today it is time to go to Mallorca again. I did this vacation last year. I went to Mallorca for the first time and I loved it so much that I need to go back, and today is the day. So I am planning on taking you along for a little travel vlog. I gotta be honest, I don't know how much travel vlog material there will be because I mostly plan on reading and lying on the beach, but I do think I want to do some fun things, so we'll see about that. I'm currently also super sweaty and out of breath because I've been running around getting everything ready with the cat, but I think I've done it now and I think I'm ready to go. Good morning, everyone. I have made it to my hotel. Today is my first full day in Mallorca, and yesterday, I have to admit, was a bit of a rough day. I had a very hard time with the airport. I don't know, it was stressing me out so much. I've never enjoyed airports in my life, and yesterday was particularly bad, I feel like, but for no reason at all. Just me, just struggling. So yeah, I'm now here, and sadly also arriving here yesterday was a bit of a letdown. I have been to this exact hotel last year and it was so wonderful. It honestly took my breath away. At that point, I hadn't been, traveling for just like a beach vacation in so many years. So it was the best time I ever had. And as Gatsby says, you can't repeat the past. So unfortunately, when I came here yesterday, I was very let down because my room is literally a shoebox. I don't even have enough space to get my suitcase out. Like, I have to put it on the second bed because there is no other space. There is this humongous closet and I don't unpack. I don't know if that's a little bit psychotic, but I do not unpack my suitcase. It just means I would have to pack it again in a couple of days. So I don't do that. And last year I had such a nice room. And so, yeah, I want to show you this. Okay, so look at this escape plan. So these are the normal size rooms. And then the one with the dot, that is my room. Can you see the difference? It's like half the size of a normal room. It's so weird. I still have an amazing view, so I think I will be fine. But last night I was just so sad. You know, when you have expectations, it's much harder to have a good time, because last year I came here with no expectations at all and it completely blew me away. So this year I had the expectation to be blown away and to have the best vacation of my life. And I'm not sure it's going to be that, and that's totally fine. I just need, some downtime. Connected to that is that the weather also isn't as good as was predicted like a week ago. It's more like in the mid 20s than high 20s in Celsius. So I like it hot. I'm a bit worried that I will be too cold to actually enjoy the sea and the pool. We'll see. In the end, I can also just lie at the beach and listen to the waves. It's totally fine. I have all of my books. It's gonna be fine. But I had a bit of a rough time and I wanted to be real. So that's where we're at. So for today, I'm gonna do a beach day. We'll see how it goes. I think tomorrow I wanted to do another beach day to like really arrive before I do something else. But then also tomorrow, I think the weather is supposed to be the worst. So probably I will do something else. We'll see. I'll keep you updated. For now, I have to get ready and just go to the beach so my mind will finally shut up. So it is day 2 of the Mallorca trip. Yesterday was a perfect beach day. It was quite a bit windy, so I did get some sunburn, because if I hadn't put my feet in the sun, I would have been cold. Yeah, I'm one of those people. However, today's day 2, and usually like for my perfect vacation, that would mean another beach day, because like I am still a little bit exhausted from getting here. However, we had a big storm last night and it is still going on now a little bit. So the beach is definitely out of the picture for today. So instead, I want to try to go to Alcúdia and visit the Roman exhibition there. I love ancient Rome. I love Rome as a city. It's my favorite place in the world. So I was really excited last year when I went to Alcúdia and I saw that they did have these Roman remains there. So yeah, remains is probably not the right word. The ruins is what I'm talking about, not people. No people. So that's what I want to do today, because last year I went on one of those guided tours and so I didn't really have time to explore everything. But I think if I go today, I might have better luck with that. The thing is, though, that if I go by myself, the bus ride will be a bit of a challenge. It's going to be almost 2.5 hours, and I have to switch buses once. So I hope that works out. I'm always a little bit nervous traveling in like areas where I don't speak the language and stuff, like in France and Paris, where the bus just suddenly stopped and told us all to get out and nobody knew why, stuff like that. So we'll just see. I hope I can get there and show you around a little bit. Okay, now that was an utter failure. I have been running around for an hour trying to get on any bus, but obviously because the weather isn't so great, everyone is trying to go somewhere else. So all the buses were stuffed to the brim. Some didn't even stop anymore because they were full. So I am accepting defeat. This is very difficult for me. Changing plans is not something that comes easily to me. I almost cried a little bit, but I'm fine. I think this is the universe telling me that today is not the day for a big trip yet. And so I think what I want to do instead, I'll probably just stay a little bit on the balcony and then I think I'm gonna do a little hike. There is actually 2 hikes I can do. One I have already done last year, but it was very nice and I wanted to do it again. And I think then there's also a bigger one, which I'm not quite sure whether my shoes are gonna like it, but I might still give it a try, so we'll see. But yeah, this this trip is definitely teaching me some things, and I'm trying to be cool about it. haven't seen me for a few days because I was just lying at the beach and it was lovely. I had the best time. I spent 2 complete days at the beach. Yesterday was absolutely perfect because there was very little wind. The sunburn situation is escalating a little bit, unfortunately. It's just, if you're a German potato, what can you do? However, I think tomorrow I might actually do a little trip. So I wanted to check in with you. Today I also booked myself a massage when that whole debacle happened on my second day here. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do something nice for myself. So I booked myself a massage and it just happened a couple of minutes ago. That's why I look a little bit disheveled as well. But it was so good. It was so amazing. It was absolutely great. The best money I've spent, definitely. I did get a kind of like regular massages at home. However, the lady I went to, she moved to a different location, which is still in my city, but like very hard to reach for me. And especially after a massage, I can't, ride my bike home. It's like defeats the purpose. And I do have another studio very close to my house, but I just never had the courage to, try a new one. But now I think I really should, because this massage was the first one I had in very, very lots of months. And it was so needed. Like, how did I even move? I don't know. So yeah, I had that lovely massage and yeah, we'll see. You'll see in a second. But yeah, I think tomorrow I'm going to do a little Palma trip. Let's see. I have no idea what I will do there. Last year I went to Palma twice. However, both of these times I was kind of short on time. The first one, it was a guided trip and we did Palma and Valdemosa in one day. So we basically only had the morning in Palma and we had this guided tour and then we were pushed back into the bus basically. So that was very interesting because I got to see the cathedral, but apart from that it was all very rushed. And then I went back again on my own, and that day I wanted to take the train to Soller. So again I only had like a couple of hours before, and then when I came back from Soller, so in the end I did see quite a bit of Palma, but I didn't have like time to spend there. So I think for this year, I definitely just want to go and see and have time and make it a little bit more chill, which is difficult. I don't do chill. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's the plan for now. Okay, so I made it to Palma, as you can see. Unfortunately, the palace that I wanted to visit is under construction right now. It's the one right behind me, and so it's closed, which is super sad. So yeah, I am just here for vibes this time. I didn't really have like a set plan, but the palace was the palace was definitely something I was like really interested in. So I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do now, but I guess I'll figure it out. And in any case, it's just really nice to wander around a little bit and not worry too much. I have one store I want to go to where I went last year, and it was really nice. And they have like postcards and little like cute stuff to take home. So yeah, apart from that, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I was just wandering around a little bit lost, but like completely lost on purpose. It was actually very, very nice. And now I made it to the Arabian baths that they have here. I think they're very old, like 900 some year, whatever they were built. And it's like really sweet here. It's like you have to pay to enter, but it's like a little park. And yeah, I think I'm gonna explore the bath now. And I have been really good with like being a bit more chill. Like I had like a very grand idea of what to do, and then I was like, no, you wanted to be chill today. So I'm very proud of myself. So yeah, let's see those baths.
Que tal vez mañana yo estaré lejos de ti.
So that was definitely a very fun day out. I had a great time and I decided to go back to this. I'm sorry, I just had dinner and something is wrong with my voice. But I decided to go back to this Casa Possibile, I think it's called. And this is a house you can visit that once belonged to an aristocratic family. And they have refurnished the first floor. And it's like really, really pretty and interesting. And you can go look at it for free. It is part of, or it belongs to the city now. And I think it's like really cool to have this like mini museum that is completely free. So I decided to go back, and they have even expanded it now compared to last year. So if you haven't been, or if you have been in the past, I would definitely recommend going again. Another nice thing about it is that they do have a toilet. And you know, I'm always like checking like where are the public bathrooms, because you know, we gotta drink, and if we drink we gotta pee. So that's very nice. So you have public bathrooms in the bus station, or in the station in general. You can also take the trains there, so that's very good. And you also have some at the reflecting pool down by the cathedral, so those are a little bit hidden, but once you find them it's very useful, because that's probably a place you will come back to, or like at least go by once during your visit there. And they're very well maintained, especially compared to Paris. Paris really wasn't that great when it came to like public toilets. So yeah, I don't know why I'm talking about this, but yeah, if you ever visit Palma, do not fear. It's good. It's good. So yeah, I had a lovely little time. Unfortunately, my bus was just a little bit too late, so I couldn't jump into the pool afterwards. That would have been like the cherry on top, but it did not happen. So I think tomorrow I'll do another very lazy beach day, and then the day after that I might try again with Alcúdia. We'll see. So today was a little bit of a not so great day. It was quite cold and quite windy. I spent the whole day at the beach in my hoodie, and yeah, I had to give up at some point because it was just not getting any better, to be honest. And tomorrow is going to be the same. So I think I'm going to try to do another day trip tomorrow. But to just have a little bit more going on for today and maybe save it a little bit, I want to do another little hike now. There is this cat sanctuary a little way up from the beach. So I want to see whether it's still there. And then there's also this little tiny castle tower thingy, so we'll see. So yeah, let's go. I've made it up the mountain. You can see the little Castell behind me. And yeah, we are now at the top right here, and there's sea pretty much all around, which is very, very beautiful. And I also found the little cat sanctuary. I'm very glad it's still there. It's like very close to this little restaurant that is next to the Castell. So I don't know if it is like the same kind of people. The wind is really strong, as you can see. I hope you can hear me. But yeah, it's still there. The cats were very chill. I think when I came here last time, they were just fed, so they were a little bit more active. But yeah, I also tried to like keep my distance and not disturb them at all. But I hope you can see some. They were very hidden, but they were definitely there. And it's just so sweet that this exists out here. So yeah, here we are. Wind, as you can see. Lots of wind. So, good morning everyone. It's my second to last day here today, and today I want to try again to go to Alcúdia. I'm not quite sure whether it will actually work out because the bus journey is a little bit more complicated, and I had some issues with kind of paying for the bus here with my card. So today I'm trying a different card. But if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I'm trying not to pressure myself. I do have to switch buses in a different town. So if I, end up not feeling it, I will just stay in that town. And I think there is some very nice hiking trails there. So that might be a good alternative if I don't make it to the Roman ruins. But either way, I'm gonna take you along. Also, last night I woke up like around 4 because of a weird noise, and it turned out that I had a giant moth in my room, and it was like continuously flying against the balcony door. I have no idea how it got in. How did it just appear in my room at 4 in the morning? I have no clue. It was so random and weird. So yeah, it's been a night, and so I am definitely starting to like miss home and miss my cat, and yeah, we'll see. Also the weather today, kind of similar to yesterday, pretty cool, very windy, cloudy, so I think it's a good day for, some kind of activity, whatever it ends up being. So wish me luck that the bus this time won't be completely full, and we'll see how the day goes. Okay, I feel so unlucky this year. I made it to Alcúdia, which is great, but the Roman stuff is closed, and I can't believe I just spent 2.5 hours on the bus, and now it's not even open. Like, the ruins are closed for construction, same as the freaking palace. So I don't know how I deserve this. The thing is, I saw the ruins last year, so if you want to see that, I will have the footage on my last year's vlog, and I will link it down below. And so today the museum is open, and it was free because of that, because usually you just pay once and then you can go into the museum and visit the ruins. However, the museum is only one small room. It is really cute, and they have some nice pieces. They have these little miniatures of what the ruins look like right now and what they look like probably like reconstructed. So that's really cute. But yeah, now I'm here and I don't really know what to do. Now it is not a market day, which is great, so I will probably just go and walk around a little bit. There is quite a few people here, so it's not as deserted as I was hoping for, but I think I can still make a cute day out of this, but still, I'm disappointed. So, yesterday ended up being a little bit of a flop, but it was still fine. I think that Alcúdia as a town is still like really, really beautiful, and I still had a very great time there. I didn't spend like a ton of time there. I think I left after about 2 hours again, but I did walk the whole like old wall that they have, because this is like one of the more northern points of the island, so they had a lot of like attacks and like pirates there, and so having a big wall and like watchtowers and stuff was very important for that area. And the last time I was there, I walked a tiny little bit of that wall, but I didn't have the time to do the full thing, so this time I did it, and it was actually really, really nice. And then yeah, I just walked around a little bit more and just enjoyed the vibe. Now Alcudia still is a shopping town, like it very much markets itself as, you know, a town where you go as a tourist to buy stuff, which is not what I'm interested in at all. So I don't think I will visit again very soon, but it is still nice because you have that kind of medieval wall. I think it's from the 13th century, something like that. So it is quite old, and it is quite fun that you can walk along it and have the view of the mountains in the background as well. So yeah, that was quite fun. And I think even though, you know, I spent a lot of time on the bus yesterday, it was kind of like a very cheap island tour that I got, because you do still drive through some very interesting areas right before you get to Alcudia. Between like Canpinafor and Alcudia, you have these saltwater marshes that are, I think, very rare, and that is a very interesting area as well. But you also have like a ton of touristy spots and hotels and all of that, so don't expect like untouched nature, but it is still very interesting to go through that. And I remember that the last time I went with a tour guide, they explained about those marshes as well, and that it's like a protected area, I think. So in the end, it worked out. It was nice. It was also really fun to take these buses. It is kind of an adventure, and I would say the one thing about the buses in Mallorca is that you can always trust that they won't be there at the time that they say they will be there. But apart from that, it worked out really well, and it is just like really fun to travel like that as well. Today is my last day, and I'm just gonna do what I do best. I'm gonna spend it at the beach reading my book, and then tomorrow I have to leave very early because for some reason I booked a very early flight, and it was very dumb because now I won't have a full night's sleep, I won't have breakfast, and I don't know what I did there, but that also means I will be home with the cat very early, and we can have some snuggles hopefully, so should work out in the end, but I'm still a little bit disappointed in myself. So yeah, let's get going. So we made it. It is the final night. I just had dinner. The suitcase is pretty much packed up again. So all that is left for me to do is like stare at the sea for a little bit longer and then probably head to bed and try to get some sleep before I get picked up. Now, I already stole some breakfast this morning, and then I just learned that they actually set up something for breakfast for me tomorrow. So that's like really sweet, and I didn't know, and I feel bad because I already stole something. Like I stole it from the buffet this morning, you know. So I might have a hot chocolate before I leave, and yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be rough, but I'm already happy when I get back home to the cat. Obviously, this woman had to ruin the shot now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing this. I think I'm gonna say goodbye here already because I think tomorrow I will be too tired to talk to you again. But yeah, I had the best time. This was a fantastic trip, and I hope you had fun coming along and seeing Mallorca. I can really recommend if you need a very, very chill holiday. And wish me luck that I get home safe and that I can be with my boozy again tomorrow.